So, today's a special day. Today is my middle child's 21st birthday. And here's what I learned from her birth. You really can't bring new life into the world in a natural way if you aren't willing to be present in your body. And so, why her birth story teaches that to me and has been a teacher for my life, my whole, since, 21 years, is because when I was in labor with her and doing a home birth, because my children were all intended to be home births, the third was not, but that's another story. I woke up that morning like 5:30 and I could feel the intensity of the contractions was, real. Like, this is going to happen today. And I couldn't go back to sleep. And eventually my parents came and got our youngest, or no, he was our oldest, so that he could go play at their house while while I labored and Rudy supported me. And so it's, rolling along. We go from like 10 minutes apart to 6 minutes to 5 minutes to 3 minutes. And then it just kind of stays at 3. And our midwives called and they were trying to gauge if they had time to go stop by someone's house who'd given birth the day before to do a follow-up checkup, or if they should just come. And I said, I don't know. I feel good and confident, and contractions are 3 minutes apart. They haven't gotten closer. They're staying at like 3 minutes. I think I'm good. I think you can go to the other house. And she kind of chuckled and she said, well, babies can be born when contractions are 3 minutes apart. Just FYI. Do you want me there? And I was like, I think I'm good. You're okay. Just come when you're done. So Rudy and I sat down to watch a movie because really I had to get up every 3 minutes to have contractions, because even the contractions with her, I wanted to be standing. I wanted to stand and I wanted to pace and rock and kind of move around. So after a while, I don't remember what the movie was either. It was something dumb, but that's good because when you have to pause it every 3 minutes, you can't be that into the movie. I said to Rudy, okay, I need to get in the shower. And so luckily that house we lived in then had this shower in the bathroom right off the living room. So I go in the shower and I kid you not, the warm water hits because Rudy gets the shower all going and I get in, the warm water hits and I'm like, I want to push. And you should have seen Rudy's face because he was like, no, you need to get out of the shower now. And so I make it out of the shower only about 4 or 5 steps. And then there was that's the edge of the living room. And there was this chair there. And I stopped at the back of the chair and I rest my hands on it. And I'm standing there and I'm like, I must push. And my lovely husband, because our first child was born at home, he's like, will you at least let me get a towel? Because babies are really slippery. And and I need to be able to catch this baby because our midwives still weren't there. Funny enough, total irony. And then I'm standing, right? And he says, could you please, will you please squat at least, or, get on the floor? And I looked at him. I was like, no, I won't. I'm doing this way. And he just smiled. He was like, okay. So 3 pushes, here she is. She emerges into the world, all black hair and just so so cute, chubby cheeks and black hair. And I remember Rudy looked at me and he's like, would you sit down now? I'm like, yeah, now I'll sit down. So I lay down. I just have to add, this was all on white carpet in a rental. So FYI, birthing on white carpet in a rental. So I lay down, and so I'm laying basically in a hallway, because since it was one big room, but irony being, it's laying basically in a hallway. I've got her on my chest And my intent for this birth was that we wouldn't cut the cord until she'd had the chance to get like all the cord blood to her. So my placenta had not been delivered yet. My mom walks in, no midwives, right? But there's a baby, and there's me, and there's Rudy, and you could tell she was just like, what's going on? Like, why did you just give birth with no one else here? And then soon after that, the midwives arrived, and we got to deliver the placenta. And then she and I took like this herbal bath that was meant for soothing, and it was just really sweet. Climbed into bed, got to just be peaceful. And that's why, I say, like, her birth is all of our reminder that for new things to come through us, through our body, we have to be able to connect with the bodies. We have to be able to listen and trust the messages and follow through on that trust. If we want to be anywhere but in our body, so we want to vacate into the ethers. And, I've done that a lot in my life, so I'm not judging. I'm just saying that there's all of the things that you want to bring forth into the world have to come through the body, and not by controlling it. Like, if I had tried to control any aspect of her birth, it could have gone very differently. Control has no business in the realm of the body. Trying to, do it all from being separate from self doesn't work in the body. And then the last thing that her birth teaches us that is so present in Thriving Health, my container for women who want all the healing. They don't just want to like dip a toe in. They don't want just a little dabble here and there. They are like, no, I am determined. I'm going to thrive. I'm ditching this old model that says I'm broken and that I can't trust myself and that, I need to control my body. I'm going to do it all. So woven in there is you get to do it your way. When Rudy said, will you please like squat or something? And I was like, no. That was me honoring that wisdom. And that's what women get when they come do healing with me. If they're like, no, like, I don't like that. And someone just told a story the other day where they said that they were afraid early in their journey to tell me that something that I'd recommended, like, they didn't like it or whatever. Because every other time they'd said that to someone, they told them they needed to do it. Are you kidding? You're not going to heal if you don't do this, blah, 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 all the reasons. And I responded with, cool, let's not do that then. And they were like, this wash of relief went over them like, oh, wait a minute. Like, this is a different journey. And it is a different journey. That's why it is what it is, because we have to learn to trust our body. We have to cultivate that relationship and learn what it is that's our way. And that's what Thriving Health is about. The way to heal everything, but we're going to find what your way is so that you can sustain that for the rest of your life and not keep having to reinvent the wheel because no one ever taught you how to find your way. They only taught you how to find their way. So happy birthday to my daughter. And Thriving Health is truly for you if you are determined to thrive in this life, but you want to do it in partnership with the life force within you. Set up a call. You can find my email address in my bio. It's so important that you heal your way because it's the only way that's sustainable long term.